Sometimes the smallest moments create the biggest waves. A single pebble can send ripples across a pond, and a gentle breeze can stir the leaves of an entire forest. These seemingly insignificant events can set off a chain reaction that changes the course of lives and destinies. In a small village in South America, there lived a young girl named Maria. Maria was a curious and adventurous child, always eager to explore the world around her. She loved the vibrant colors of the village, the sounds of the market, and the stories told by the elders. But most of all, she loved the forest that bordered her village. One sunny afternoon, as she wandered through the forest, a beautiful butterfly caught her eye. The forest was her sanctuary, a place where she felt free and connected to nature. The sunlight filtered through the trees, casting a golden glow on everything it touched. It was in this magical setting that Maria spotted the butterfly. Its wings shimmered with colors, dancing through the air, and Maria paused just to watch. The butterfly's wings were a kaleidoscope of colors, each movement creating a mesmerizing display. Maria stood still, captivated by the delicate creature's grace and beauty. The butterfly flitted from flower to flower, its gentle wings stirring the air. Each flower it touched seemed to come alive, as if the butterfly's presence brought a special kind of magic. Maria followed its journey, her heart filled with wonder and joy. To Maria, it was just a fleeting moment of beauty, but that tiny flutter, that seemingly insignificant moment, was the beginning of something much bigger. Little did she know the butterfly's flight would set off a chain of events that would reach far beyond her village. Was the beginning of something much bigger. As the butterfly flew higher and farther, its wings stirred up the air, creating tiny currents. These currents, though invisible to the naked eye, began to interact with the environment in ways that no one could predict. As the butterfly flew higher and farther, its wings stirred up the air, creating tiny currents. These currents joined with others, whispering across the skies, and weeks later, across the ocean, a storm began to brew. The butterfly's delicate wings had set in motion a series of atmospheric changes that would culminate in a powerful storm. These currents joined with others, whispering across the skies, and weeks later, across the ocean, a storm began to brew. The storm started as a gentle breeze, unnoticed by most, but as it traveled across the ocean, it gathered strength, fueled by the warm waters and the shifting winds. The storm grew into a powerful hurricane, striking a distant coastal town. The once calm sea turned into a raging tempest, and the skies darkened with ominous clouds. The coastal town, unprepared for such a powerful storm, scrambled to protect its residents and property. There, a man named Thomas found his flight cancelled. Thomas had been planning a business trip for months, and the sudden cancellation threw his plans into disarray. Frustrated and disappointed, he tried to find an alternative, but all flights were grounded due to the storm. Stuck at home, he decided to work from a local cafe where he bumped into an old friend. The cafe was a cozy place filled with the aroma of freshly brewed coffee and the sound of soft music. It was here that Thomas unexpectedly met his old friend, someone he hadn't seen in years. Over coffee, they chatted, and his friend mentioned an intriguing job opportunity. The conversation flowed easily, and as they caught up on each other's lives, his friend mentioned a job opening at his company. It was a position that seemed tailor-made for Thomas's skills and interests. Thomas applied, got the job, and soon found himself thriving in a new role that he loved. The job brought new challenges and opportunities, and Thomas felt a renewed sense of purpose and excitement. He couldn't believe how a cancelled flight had led to such a positive change in his life. All because of a chance encounter, a moment that seemed insignificant at the time, but turned out to be life-changing. Thomas often thought about that day, marveling at how a simple decision to visit a cafe had set off a series of events that transformed his career. Set off by the delicate wings of a butterfly. The butterfly's flight, a tiny moment in a small village, had created ripples that reached across the world. It was a reminder of the interconnectedness of all things, and how even the smallest actions can have far-reaching consequences. That tiny, unnoticed event in a small village changed the lives of many. Maria's simple act of watching a butterfly had set off a chain reaction that affected people she would never meet. It was a testament to the power of small moments and the unseen connections that bind us all. Sometimes it's the smallest moments that create the biggest impacts. A smile, a kind word, a fleeting encounter. These are the moments that shape our lives in ways we can't always see. They remind us to pay attention to the little things, for they often hold the greatest significance. And that's the beauty of life. It's a tapestry woven from countless small moments, each one contributing to the larger picture. We may not always understand the impact of our actions, but we can trust that every moment, no matter how small, has the potential to create something beautiful and profound.